What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I'm back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still support.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video. Now, before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I make content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, we're back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 170 to the best of my knowledge. And of course, you already know, man, you want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link should be pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Where, of course, we continue the sneaker talk, but also we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're already discussing it in the sold out Discord. Shameless plug. And again, if I didn't say this in the beginning, you know I started this off at the beginning of 2023, and here we are. Pretty much it's already week 170, right? Okay, again, smash the like button and sub up. And of course, enough rambling, let's just get to this weekly sneaker rotation, because these joints can get kind of long-winded, right? Okay, so pretty much, like I said, I end things off on a Friday, then pick right back up on Saturday. So this Saturday, the kid went to the chop shop and I had to get a retwist, but you know, probably by the time I drop this video, it's probably time to go back to the barbershop because my hair kind of grows kind of quickly, but I'm thankful for that. Anyway, stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 4, and these are the Levi joints, right? Okay, this is when these joints dropped. I did a customization to mine, and I know some people have been asking, like, how did I do this to the joint? Like, to be honest, I had like I guess you could say like a dermal type of joint, and I kind of sandpapered it a little bit, and just spray painted some, like, I ain't gonna say I did spray paint, but it's like I splattered paint over it, right? Okay, it was a little project, and I did do a video on these guys right here, but Air Jordan 4 was I wore on Saturday to the chop shop, and to be honest, borderline wish I would have just left them the way they was, but at the same time, I don't hate them because on feet, they always look good to me, right? Okay, to be honest, like, they look better on feet than they actually do in this video, and or just, I guess you can say, whenever I'm out and about and I'm looking at myself, I'm like, whatever I'm wearing, it just does not hit with this, but it tends to work. So again, this is my Saturday shoe, was the Air Jordan 4 Levi. We've had several different versions of the Levi's that's dropped since then. I know we've done an Air Max 95 version. I know there's been an Air Jordan 3 version, which I do own. So again, it was only right, man. And to be honest, they got the Jordan logo on these joints, which probably can't really tell because of how the denim is on this, but at the end of the day, I don't really hate it, right? I did bleach these a little bit too, but I will say this, if you're gonna do a customization, don't go heavy on the bleach, kind of take it lightly real quick, but you know, to be honest, just enough will bleach these, right? Okay, but anyway, this was my Saturday shoe, was the Air Jordan 4 Levi. Cool, now I'm gonna move right on to Sunday. You know, the kid do his very, very best to try to relax, prep for the week, and just prepare for like the upcoming week as well. So y'all know, pretty much I stayed in my old favorites, which was the Yeezy Slides Pure colorway. Now I know at this point, everybody's been telling me like, yo, you need to retire these, go and put in your other pairs. This is cool, but this is kind of like my half shoe slash beater slash I keep by the door. To be honest, I'm just in comfy mode when I'm in these. It's not like I rock these around the house comfortably, but it's kind of one of those, like, if I have to step out, meaning I'm going to the mailbox, taking out trash, these are my beaters. And I feel like this, I don't stress this enough, and other sneakerheads don't stress this enough, where it's okay to have some beaters in your collection. Some shoes, basically what a beater is, right? If something happens, you're not gonna cry about it because you was really like gonna get rid of them anyway, but you don't wanna put on your fresh stuff all the time and take the trash out. But I know there's some people that probably will do that. But anyway, this was my Sunday shoe, was the Yeezy Slide Pure. Cool, now let's move right on to Monday. You know, the kid right back into work, full-time job, and yeah, brought in something I haven't worn in a long time, but arguably one of my favorites. We're talking the Air Jordan 12, and these are the flu games, right? Okay, as much as I love the color red and I wear black, but I wear white tees around the clock, I'm surprised I don't wear this shoe more on a regular basis, but this was my Monday shoe, Air Jordan 12 flu games. You guys already know the stories behind this, where honestly, once we watched the Last Dance documentary, he actually didn't have the flu. He actually just had food poisoning, but it doesn't matter, man. We're still gonna call these the flu games, and arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. And to be honest, I've owned the previous pair, which I think was back in 2016, and then these came out again. So I feel like why not? Looking at the production date on these actually came out in 2024, or at least that's the production date. So I feel like why not? So these are a fresh pair. But anyway, this was my Monday shoe. Was an Air Jordan 12 Flu Games. Cool. Now I'm gonna move around on to Tuesday. I guess I was in like a black and red spirit, aka breads. But anyway, I'm gonna move right on to Tuesday. Stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 4, and these are the bread reimagined, right? Okay. As you guys see, I got the lace swap on here with the red laces to make them pop. To be honest, the all black laces do not hurt these shoes right here. All leather on these joints, and I feel like the originals, the suede joints, don't look bad, which is rumors is they're supposed to be coming out this year. So knowing me, I most likely will fall for that, get a fresh pair, and then probably sell my old pair. But overall, these guys right here, I feel like it was like that slow creeper where a lot of people underestimated it, and like they were readily available, but then they sold out once people saw like, hey man, these joints kind of pop. It's like that old school, like genuine, like quality leather on these guys right here. And even if it's not true quality leather, it at least looks like that to the naked eye. But this one of my Tuesday shoe was an Air Jordan 4 Bread Reimagined. Cool, now we're gonna move on to Wednesday. We did anticipate rain, so I wanted to just bring out a shoe where I'm not afraid if I get it wet, I won't really be tripping over it. And that means I stepped in none other than the Nike Foamposite, and these are the Penny Hardaways, the original colorway, that blue joint. And yeah, man, to be honest, it's one of those like, why not, right? Okay, a lot of people didn't really like these guys when they came out, and they did sit a little bit, but I feel like pennies, just because they be taxing on them so much, it doesn't really, like, they don't instantly sell out, but I feel like people still be looking at these. Now, this shoe has been notorious for being attached to the DMV, but a lot of people say New York. In fact, other areas actually claim these too, but me, personally, it's kind of one of those, these are one of these shoes where it was a late bloomer on me, where I've always looked at them, I noticed them, but I didn't start copping them until later, into actually I started getting even further into sneakers. But at first I used to have no like Foamposites at all. But anyway, man, now that they made better, more cuttable versions, I will say like they're ready to go right out the box. And I actually like this. This is like that royal blue colorway. So if you guys know, you know, it's like that OG colorway, right? Okay, so salute to Penny Hardaway. And obviously you got the Penny Hardaway logo on the back, and the camera's gonna do this any justice. But this was my Wednesday shoe, was the Nike Foamposite. And yeah, we're calling it these the Penny Hardaways, right? Okay, I'm gonna move around to Thursday. I brought out like basically a beater that I've had for quite some times, and to be honest, the name I probably may jack it up, so bear with the kid. But anyway, brought out something that arguably is the most silhouette in my collection, and we're talking the Air Jordan 1, and these are pretty much the red toes or the bread toes. I believe they're calling these the bread toes if I'm not mistaken, but as you can see, it's one of those shoes that, to be honest, holding them in hand, they look like they've been beat. But once you put them on feet, they're not that bad. Bars, I wasn't even trying to rhyme right there. But yeah, pretty much this was my Thursday shoe. I remember like these joints didn't instantly sell out, and they came out around like December time frame. And arguably one of my favorites in my collection. I mean, when you throw like black and red together in a Jordan, I mean, to be honest, I feel like I'm almost naturally just drawn to it, whether it's something he actually wore or not. And I feel like I'm gonna say this again, most like silhouette in my collection, Air Jordan 1. So yeah, these were the bread toes, and yeah, man, as you can see, back in the day, I got a lot of wear out of these guys, but to be honest with ones, it's kind of one of those, I feel like they age better over time the more you wear them. So anyway, this was my Thursday shoe, was the Air Jordan 1 bread toes. Cool. Let's go on to Friday. I wanted to bring out something that now that the weather's kind of cleared up, that I just recently copped. Y'all know me, I've been preaching and like make sure you wear each and every one of your sneakers that you cop. Yes, there are a nice decorative, like pretty much like a nice decorative item, right? Okay, my sneaker room, I feel like people walk in there be like, cool. And I know I got like a small sneaker room compared to like some of the bigger sneaker collectors, right? Okay, but at the end of the day, these are still art, but I feel like sneakers are still meant to be worn. So anyway, Friday, I wanted to close out the week strong with one of my most recent pickups, and it was the Air Jordan 13s, my bad. Correction, Air Jordan 13s, my bad, don't kill me in the comment section. Air Jordan 13s, and these are the cherries, aka what I like to call them, the berries, and you know why. Red and white on these joints, and yes, he played on these. To get to the last shots, he wore these first, right? Okay, so I feel like a lot of people don't give this shoe enough credit, right? Okay, so timeless classic sneaker, definitely was an easy cop, and I will say this, 13s are super duper comfortable, so I couldn't wait to bring these guys out. And I know we're in the middle of like pretty much spring / going into summertime, and I feel like this is gonna be a great like spring / summer shoe, more so summer. You're probably gonna see me rock this shoe a lot and have this a lot in rotation, but this was my Friday shoe, was the Air Jordan 13 Cherries, AKA what I like to call them, the berries. Anyway, man, so pretty much that completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week. Y'all sign off in the comment section and let me know what you wore throughout the week as well. I'm gonna go and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I make content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.
I figure out we go, you figure out.